Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to the stream. Sorry. Hi. It's me, Wordy Girl. Oh no, it's an ad. If you're just now getting an ad, I apologize. My hair is so messed up. But I realize I usually have my hat on. I don't. It's okay. I see that people are already here. Samara's here, hello, hello, hello. Una's here, hello, hello, hello. Christ Rider's here, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hopefully you aren't in an ad, but if you are in an ad, sorry. Hopefully you're back soon. You are here but not awake. That's okay. Feel free to lurk. I'm gonna turn on some music though. Just slow music. Okay. It is 8 a.m. Well, do get some rest, please. I know that different people get rest at different times. Different people stay in bed, and get up at different times. It depends on what you have to do in the day, or if you don't have anything to do, it's good to get rest. So yes, whether it's 8 a.m. or not, get rest, unless you need to get up and do stuff. Speaking about doing stuff, let me see if this works. Yep, this has been there for a while, and I didn't know Handsome Co-host was here, but he's here. My podcast, the Just Do Stuff podcast, is out. I posted another episode yesterday. Tamar says, the cats told me I wasn't allowed to sleep. Oh no, that's not good. I mean, I guess they want their food, I'm sure. Well, are you allowed to sleep after you get them their food? Hopefully. Okay, so it's been a lot going on. Last time I streamed, I talked about I was going to try to see the eclipse, and I didn't really see it, but it was only partial where I was. My cameras were not able to pick it up, and I just did see that it got dark, and the porch lights came on, and a dog across the street started barking, which was very fun. And thankfully it was super sunny. There weren't clouds, so I was able to see that it was getting dark like nighttime, even though it wasn't nighttime. I did post a blog post about it, and the latest episode of my Just Do Stuff podcast is about it as well. So if you want to click the link that Handsome Co-host put in the chat, he will let you know that is where it's at. I guess is the latest episode. And that was just an ad, because the ad should be over now, so people should be back soon. Hello, hello, hello. If you are coming back from an ad, I appreciate you. I was just giving an ad while you're in an ad. Samara says they had eaten all their crunchies, leaving only a decent amount around the edge of the bowl, and they thought the world was ending because they were out of food. Oh no. And it says that's why where I live, cats sleep outside and have their meals with a schedule designed for humans. Galaxy 716 is here lurking. Thank you so much for the lurk, Galaxy. I appreciate you. They're too cruel once they figure out that they are the boss. Yeah, cats figure out that they're the boss, and that's it. But yeah, there are cats outside of my neighborhood as well, and they can't really control when we feed them. People in the neighborhood feed them. I know that some people are like, don't feed outside cats. That's not good. Well, we like to take care of them sometimes. We even sometimes do the catch and release program where we catch them, we take them in, so they can get their shots, they can get spayed and neutered or whatever, and then they can get sent back out like a wild animal, but now they're more healthy. And like when we see that something seems to be wrong with them, like they're sick or something, sometimes we will catch them and take them to a clinic or something. That's because we work with a lot of animal shelters and like catch and release, trap and release places and stuff like that. So they like to try to, be as humane as possible. Sometimes the shelters don't have room for them, so putting them back out in the wild is sometimes the best option. Samara says, I had filled the crunchies the night before. They always have food available. Of course they do. They're just picky. They're like, that's old food. Pour more food. Cats outside in my area either hunt native species or are hunted by them, which is not ideal. Oh no. Yeah, that's not good either. Because you live in kind of a wilder place than me. Like, there's able to be like scorpions and stuff outside, and not the best place for cats. The worst thing that the cats have to deal with here are either cars, which is sad, or like another cat, or like sometimes they get into fights with opossums or maybe a dog. But usually the main threat to these cats around here is cars, which is sad. Some of the cats are like, they are so used to like humans being nice that are in cars that they don't stay as cautious as possible around, like in the street and stuff like that, because they know like, oh, that's them. They're coming. They're gonna stop for me. I'm like, we try not to teach them that, because once they think that, then that helps them to be able to get hit by cars that don't care, which is sad. But yeah, coyotes, scorpions, birds of prey, even though cats will destroy scorpions, says Samar. I get that. I'm sure that a scorpion has a chance to venomize the cat, probably, but the cat has way more attack power. Like, if the scorpion isn't able to sting and subdue the cat, that's it. The scorpion's getting scratched up, bitten up, scratched up, stepped on. I mean, I'm sure the scorpion will probably run away if it knows the cat looks like it's too bad of a threat. But yeah, coyotes, stuff like that. Cats originated in a place with scorpions, plus they have fur. Exactly. Scorpions are probably better off stinging things that don't have fur. Una says, I heard about that. Here, there isn't such thing as a refuge in cities. Very sad. My building had adopted one, and everyone was heartbroken when he stopped showing up. But in smaller areas, the cats just move in to a home they like. Yeah. It's sad, yeah. If everybody in the apartment like knows this is just the cat that hangs around, and then one day the cat stops hanging around, then you can only assume something bad probably happened. But this has happened before, though. Some cats come around and we don't see them for a long time, and then suddenly we see them again. It's like, wait, where were you at? But yeah, they resist venom and are hard to sting. Okay, great. It wasn't that, it was old. It was that it was not in the center of the bowl, but in the edges of the bowl, so it was hard to eat. Okay, that's understandable. The cat can't really knock the bowl like to the middle so that it can eat it. Did you just shake the bowl a little bit so that it can settle itself in the center, or did you just pour more food on it? Oh, it looked empty. Yeah, I know, there's an illusion. Oh, you added more. Okay, there's the illusion of if food is scattered around the plate, it looks like there's less, and then if you gather it in one place, it looks like more. That is a trick you can also do to children. And that's a trick that children sometimes do to make people think they ate food. Yep, you just added more so you can sleep later. Great. Just pour some in. Pour some in, go to bed. Yes. Okay. My light has just turned itself off. But it's not too dark. It's really sunny outside anyway. Okay. How to trick cat. Give them enough food so you can sleep in. Yeah. Sometimes instead of just tricking the cat, just give the cat what the cat wants. There we go. Wait. Did something change? I feel like something changed. Was the camera... Did the camera pull up? Probably. Maybe. That looks weird. Maybe. Maybe that didn't happen. Okay, never mind. I don't know. The other day, Angel let me sleep until almost noon. She gets wet food at 9. Oh, wow. So that time, she was being nice, or did she forget about food, or what? Okay. Well, we're supposed to be writing. It's great to talk. We can chat. Keep chatting. Feel free to keep chatting. I'm just going to go to... my server. If you guys would like to join the server, if you're not part of the server, you can feel free to do that. Handsome Co-host will put the link in the chat. And we are going to do some writing sprints and some activities. Today's activity is berry picking. She decided I was dead to the world and got some crunchies. Whoa, she just went out and got them herself? Wow. Okay. Well, she probably just said, I will be nice and let Samar sleep today. I'm going to get myself some food. Like, sometimes, just like I said, oh, the crunchies are always available. Yeah. Like you said, just sitting in the bowl. Yeah, that's good. I just didn't know if it ended up on the corners, like you said, where she couldn't reach it, but I guess she could reach those, so that's good. Now, what was not good is sometimes when pets or even children will say, oh, I don't want to bother mommy. She's asleep. We're going to go get ourselves some food. And then when you wake up, the kitchen is a mess. That is like, you should have just woke me up. This is going to be harder to clean up than it would have been for me to wake up and get you some food. Thankfully, Angel did not try to go into any cat food. I assume you've cat-proofed everything and made it where she could not go and break into some food and make a mess, hopefully. Or at least they probably know not to do that. You've had a cat open a plastic container full of crunchies before. Okay, well. Yeah, that can happen. Alright, so it's berry picking time, and let's see how many berries there are. So there's blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, mysterious shiny berries, and strangely familiar berries. Ah, there's just 5 berries! That means that there's enough for all of them to go into the Twitch poll. Finally! And I didn't even do that on purpose. Okay, which berries to pick? So we have blueberries, raspberries. I am not trying to turn the caps lock on. Strawberries. Shiny berries. And then there's familiar berries. Okay, and the poll is going to run for 5 minutes. Zamar says shiny berries sound poisonous. Well, we'll see what happens. Unless they're like magically shiny. I don't know. You're just gonna have to vote and find out. Which berries would you like to pick? Would you like to pick the blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, shiny berries, or strangely familiar berries? Once again, if you're not able to access the poll for whatever reason, feel free to put your choice in the chat, and I will go ahead and honor that as well. This poll will be running for about 5 minutes. Chaos mode activated. I assume that means you voted for the shiny berries. We'll see what happens here. It might be good, might be bad. I don't know. We'll see. Well, actually, I do know. But we will see. While we're waiting for that, we're gonna spin the sprintometer and see how long we will be sprinting for this time. Okay. "27 minutes on the sprinting clock." Samara says it was one of those plastic ice cream tubs from Costco, and she used her mouth to bite around the edge of the lid to detach it. Yes, those cats are super smart. Yeah, we put cat food in an ice cream tub as well. It's a good thing. We like to recycle. After that, we made sure it was in a place with no clearance above it. Exactly. So there was no room for her to put her head over it and pull it up. That's good. It's 27 minutes, right? Okay, so we're gonna start the sprint in the server. And when we do, we will put the clock here in the in the Twitch stream chat as well. The food at 9 is a prescription food to go with their insulin. Yes. It's good for cats to get wet food when they are being administered medicine. It makes it easier for them to digest. Does she have it like powdered on her food? Or does she get like injection or what? Injections, okay. I'm glad she's okay. And okay with the shots. There's some okay. I would like to get my food for the morning, but I have a sleepy kitty on me who said no. Wow. So first the kitties said that you aren't allowed to sleep. Now the kitties are forcing you to stay asleep. Very helpful cats. Really helpful cats. I hope you are able to get your food soon. It's important to get food. There are only about 20 seconds left on this poll. So we will see what happens. It looks like the winner is Shiny Berries. But the poll is not over until 3, 2, 1. There we go. Yes, Shiny Berries wins. Okay, well, they're 27 minutes on the clock. We're gonna see what these shiny berries are up to, okay? Okay, mysterious shiny berries. Gasp, I was the only one who voted yeah. Um, I don't know if anybody else... I don't know what happened to Christ Rider and Una. Or if they just couldn't vote. Okay, let's see. Mysterious shiny berries. These berries seem somehow iridescent, shining before your eyes. They appear to sparkle, and you can almost hear a calm jingling sound as you near them. Something enchants you as you reach out to take one. They smell super sweet and look almost too good to eat, but you pop it into your mouth and savor the flavor you've never tasted before in your life. You suddenly feel light, as if you could float away. You eat some more and think you'll never stop wanting to consume them, but once you've had 5, you somehow feel satisfied. It's not an icky feeling as if you're too full and you never want to see another one of these berries again. It's more of a calm contentment. It's fine to leave some here for others to find and enjoy. You stand up and go on about your day feeling a little better than you felt before. What does this occurrence or the highlighted keywords bring to mind? Consider it for your project. They still might be poisonous, SMR. Alrighty. Let's see if this is too lengthy for the chat. So I'm gonna put the first section here. Oh, I did say something about you. I did call you, but I just said I didn't know if you were still here or not, but you are lurking. Nice. Thank you for lurking. We were going to vote for something, so I said I didn't know if you couldn't see the poll, Christ Rider, or if you just didn't want to vote or what, but it's fine. No need to vote. Okay. I'm gonna put this here, and then we're going to put the rest in the next. Okay, there it is. In 2 messages, that is the prompt. So, if you would like to use those prompt words or either whatever that encounter told you, feel free to do that, and you can join the Discord. We're gonna go ahead and just let's see, we're going to go to the mountaintop bonfire. Alright, so sprint 27. Once it starts in the server, I will start the clock over here as well. Alright, the sprint has started. 27 minutes on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I was not sprinting yet anyway. Una has joined the sprint. Crosshair says I can't stay and for long. It's fine. I appreciate you lurking, and it's okay. You can't stay. Much success with whatever you're doing today. Yeah, I did not join. Yeah, so basically I was responding to somebody's message, so I was doing that in the meantime while the sprint was about to start, but it ended up starting before. So I didn't count any of those words I was typing. I was just responding to somebody's message. I was not sprinting yet, because the sprint didn't start yet. But now it has, and I am not joined, and now I will join. Samar asks, a mountaintop on fire? No, it's a mountaintop bonfire. And the mountaintop bonfire, I will show you guys what it is. It is the room here in the Discord. If you are part of camp, we have different communal cabins. This one kind of isn't a cabin, but it is a, uh-oh. Where is it? Right here. The mountaintop bonfire. It is not a cabin, but it is a place for us to get together and sprint and stuff like that. But thank you guys for reminding me, just in case I forgot to join the sprint, and I was very eagerly, excitedly typing away without joining the sprint. But speaking of that, I should join the sprint right now. We only have 24 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Okay. Let's see. Mountaintop bonfire seems like it would cause a mountaintop on fire. Maybe it would. Just be careful about it. If you are too careless, yes, of course, any kind of fires in the forest or something could be bad. One cat freed me and the other immediately tried to sit on me, and I was like, Angel, no, you aren't sitting on me. Okay, great. I am glad you were able to tell Angel no. Say, let me eat first, and then I might be able to be sit-onable after I eat food. Right? Okay. Let's see what I'm gonna do, because I need to, I'm gonna join with 0 words. $21.39 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Okay. 19 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock for all you sprinters out there. If you want food, you can't sit on me because then I get up and feed you. We go through this every morning, then they get mad that I haven't fed them and mad I move them. Yeah, that's just the really helpful cats for you. If you're in an ad, or if you're about to be in an ad, please remember to !ad so let me know you're in an ad. We are currently sprinting 18 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I'm going to be writing up the basics of something that I'm working on. Hopefully I can get it done by the end of this week, but the end of this week is like very soon, unfortunately. They helped me extract DNA from a banana on Monday. What? That's very strange. Yeah! Christchurch going horseback riding! Woohoo! Do enjoy! Sending much love your way. And God bless, much success. Be careful and have fun. Samara says, say hi to the horses for me. Exactly. Samara says, once I was camping with my college and I picked some huckleberries. Nice. I ate way too many of them. Oh no. Yeah. When we went down south, because our dad is from Louisiana, but they have like a plum tree outside of their childhood home. And there were plums on the tree, and they weren't exactly ripe. They were those small plums, and we used to pick them so much and eat them so much. And it's like, don't pick too many that aren't ripe, and don't eat too many. Yes, huckleberries in moderation. They're also, I think, is it elderberries? There's a tree downtown. As we are going downtown a lot, the street we park on, there's a tree on the way, which is actually on a property, but it's hanging over onto the sidewalk, and it will have like elderberries, and you can just pick them and eat them. They fall on the street. They fall on like the sidewalk and stain everything. The dye is so messy, and it takes you like 15 times to wash your hands before it comes off. You ate 1/4 a pencil case of them. That is doesn't sound like too many to me, but especially if you didn't eat anything else. If some of these things you should not eat on an empty stomach, but also huckleberries, I've heard of them. I don't think that I've had them before. So yeah, you might want to just... Oh, a large pencil case. Okay. I am imagining those very small, thin pencil cases that are just like, open it and there's like pencils laying there and nothing else. You're talking about one of those big zip cases, probably, that can fit a giant eraser. Oh, the stackable ones, like the plastics that look like a treasure chest that you can open. Okay, that's quite a bit. Yeah, the hard plastic ones. Two inches high. Mm-hmm. But those aren't on someone's property. Won't they be mad? And they were like, blackberries are weeds here. Those are the blackberries. The best blackberries I ever tasted. When you were doing a community service project. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. That's what I was saying. The elderberry tree is hanging over the sidewalk, and it's on a person's property on their house. And at first I was like, would they be mad? But they fall off anyway. Like, I'm sure kids that walk past will just eat them. Animals eat them. They just fall onto the sidewalk. And one day my mom just got, like, I don't know, like a box or something, and just picked a lot of them. And nobody came outside and got mad at us, so. And those are really expensive here, especially here, I guess, in Michigan. Like, you can buy them at, like, health food stores, Whole Food stores, and stuff like that. I feel like the person who lives in the house could literally make money if they picked them and sold them. And they're fresh. Freshly picked. I keep forgetting what I'm doing when I keep going back. Your college friend had a yard at home taken over by blackberry bushes. So they really were weeds. You could probably, exactly. You could probably just, since they're such weeds, you could just pick them all and sell them. Bye, Chris Rider. Thank you so much for stopping by. Much success with your horse riding. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by. Much love. God bless. Have fun. Stay safe. Want to go into blackberry smuggling? She was like, no one is going to pay money for blackberries. And I showed her the price of them, which was like double what it was there, at least. Exactly. Since they, see, that's another thing. And that's a fun thing about world building, about stories and stuff too, is because when you pay attention to things like this, even in our regular world, there are, like, you might say blackberries are expensive everywhere, but they're not. They're only expensive in places where you can't really get them easily. But if these are weeds that are growing everywhere and people don't want them, they're not going to be expensive because anybody can literally go out to their front yard and pick some. Yes, location, seasons, weather cycles, etc. And that's another thing. Sometimes when certain fruit is in season, it's cheaper. But when it's out of season, it's more expensive because you have to get it from somewhere else and bring it over here so that it can be fresh. And it's not even in season. So, that's the fun thing. I like that kind of stuff too. Just paying attention to all those kinds of things is so cool to me. And even in fictional worlds, if you're making sci-fi or fantasy worlds, you can think like, okay, so what is expensive in your world, and why is it expensive? And who is it expensive for? Some people, and I will say, this is funny, kind of like, if you don't know, the Marvel universe is funny. We talked about this a while back when the Loki show was running. This wasn't even this year. I mean, well, technically 2 years ago now. 3 years ago now? I don't know. Whenever the Loki show came out, and, the Infinity Stones are so epic. Like, everybody wants Infinity Stones. But when Loki went to the TVA, he found a drawer with Infinity Stones in it, and Casey was just like, oh, those guys use them for paperweights. They're useless here. And he was just holding them, and then he just realized, like, it's not even powerful here. Because these guys literally had several Infinity Stones just laying around. And that just reminds me of, like, just the world building thing about how this might be such a precious resource to some, but it might be a pest to others, and it might just be useless to others. Dreamcard Hour is here! Hello, and welcome to the stream. How are you? Samara says, we ran out of grapes here for a bit last year because of dehydrated harvest in Mexico. Exactly, and that's another thing, how weather and different things affect. Like, if there's a forest fire in a place where something comes from, then that thing is now going to be rare, and places that usually have it in stock won't have it because they can't get it shipped in from this place because either it got destroyed in the fire, or since there's a fire, transport is not going to and from that area. And there's just so many chain reactions to think about, domino effects to think about. Yes, and can your people even get tomatoes and oranges in winter? We can, yes, but I know that can be something that, like, people are like, especially the way that they are grown. Now, the good thing is sometimes in places that are too cold, you can still grow things in, like, greenhouses and stuff like that. But some places that won't work, and some plants that won't work because the greenhouse is not enough for them. Una says, there is something cool for me, IRL, about tracking the time by what fruits you can go to take from the garden or ask your neighbors. Yes, that's really nice. Delayed, not dehydrated. They weren't ripening on time. Yeah. That's another thing that happened in Michigan a couple of years ago. And it happened almost this year. It was spring. It was so sunny. It was so warm, and everybody was like, yes. The plants were like, yes. They were budding. The trees were like, yes, and they were flowering. The animals were coming out. The bugs were coming out. And then suddenly, guess what happens? It literally snowed. It frosted everything over it. The plants died. The bugs died. Everything went into shock. It was like, what on earth is happening here? I thought it was spring. And that one snow delayed so many crops because crops had to start over. It killed all the crops. Yes, sugar maples as well. That the syrup, as it turns, you tap it in the late winter. There's a way to tap it. There's a time to tap it, and when that kind of thing happens, sometimes it's not even as sweet, or it just gets completely messed up because of weather, unfortunately. So yeah, that was sad that year. A lot of farmers were very sad, and yeah, but it did. I guess some people were happy that it, like, killed off some of the waves of the bugs because they were pests. But also, if you pay attention, some of the bugs are important to the ecosystem. So even if you're annoyed by them being pests, for one, they are lives technically. For another, they can help you. So if now they're gone, you're gonna try to, farm or plant or whatever you're doing, and the bugs are not there. The whole wave of the bugs got killed off, unexpected. So that's kind of not good. Yes, it has to get really cold at the right time and warm at the right time and cold at another time and stuff. Yes, that's true, Samar. Because when we were very little, we went to a nature center and we did a whole class. It was multiple weeks of studying these maple trees, and every week we would go and they would teach a class inside, and then we'd go out and check the trees, and they had the little taps on the trees and they had the buckets hanging after a certain period of time, and then finally they were like, okay, we got the sap, now you can taste it before it gets cooked down. And we're like, it's like, now you can taste it after it gets cooked down. And we're like, So we learned about the process. Unfortunately, that was so long ago, I don't know exactly all of the steps, but that sounds about right. Una says, what about the contrast between we were starving that year, had to eat things from the ground, like the roots of little plants, and it's a party, we can get all fancy, put potatoes and carrots in the stew. Exactly. That's another thing about that. A lot of foods, some people, like richer people, thought, ugh, those are weeds, we're not eating that. And then some of the poorer people, especially in the United States, who were unable to have access to some of the more fancy foods or whatever, a lot of the foods that were created, like soul foods and stuff like that, were using things that at first people thought weren't edible, like greens, like root vegetables and stuff like that. And when you start to put them together, they actually are edible and they're pretty good. So now people know, like making peanut butter and stuff like that. They're like, this is kind of good. Even though before they didn't think so. And then there's foods like lobster, where at first lobster used to be for the poor man. And now lobsters are so expensive because they're fancy. So that is a fun thing to also look at. Like, why is this thing considered cheap? Or why is this thing considered rare and expensive? Why is this thing such a delectable delicacy? And why is this thing something that people don't want to eat? Just like Una was saying, we were starving that year, we had to eat things from the ground. But then you can turn around and say, it's a party, we can put fancy potatoes in the stew. Like, you went somehow from thinking that the potatoes are bad, you had to eat them because you were starving, to thinking that potatoes are good. And you don't have potatoes in your stew? What kind of stew is that? Like, there's a fun thing in looking at how that changed, or where that changed. Samara says, if you eat the roots of plants, then you don't have perennial plants to eat in times of plenty. Some of the first foods humans were cultivating were things like yams. Exactly. And some people thought that those were bad to eat. Like, what? Why are you eating food in the dirt? But they're really good. And sometimes, and I did not even do a lot. What did you guys manage to do with that sprint? Because I admit I didn't do much. And technically, how many words did I do? I didn't even put a word count up here. 13 words. I'm not including that. I only did 13 words, and half of those were not even words yet. Those were just bullet points to start. Samara says, Frederick the Great wanted his people to be willing to eat potatoes, and they saw them as animal feed and maybe toxic, so he just planted fields of them and had soldiers guard them poorly. This made them valuable, so people stole them and cooked and ate them using recipes he had tried to spread before. Oh, wow. See, that's the reverse psychology for you. You guys don't want this? Well, guess what? You can't have it. Ha ha ha. I'm keeping them all to myself. Ha ha ha. That's funny, but that's how humans are sometimes. That works. Una says, I have heard it, but I didn't know or remember the context. Now that's hilarious. Humans are so funny to sometimes be. Yeah, exactly as Una says. It's kind of scary that people think that way. It is. It's like, why? There's something about that humans just naturally say, Like, have you ever seen, like, at the grocery store, somebody's just, like, putting, like, 2 or 3 things in their cart. And then somebody looks and says, she's stocking up on them. Those must be good. And then they put them in their cart. It's like, do you even know what that is? And then everybody's just putting a lot of them in their cart. And it's like, why are you guys stocking up on this? Because this person was doing it. It's like, because one day, I love these chips. These are they're Dijon mustard chips. And some people are like, what? But I like them. They're really good. They taste good. They are kettle cooked Dijon mustard chips. And as I said, I work at the Dollar Tree on the weekends in the morning. Part-time cashier job. And so I saw we had some in stock. So I just kind of got the whole box. Like there's just like, it's a box where it's like a long box to sit on the shelf and face towards you, and it's like chips, like a vending machine, and it's just sitting on the shelf. So I just grabbed the box, because there's probably like 6 bags in there, and I was like, you know what, I can just, and this was probably years ago, so I was like, I can just have these and take them to work in my lunch or whatever. So I got some and put them on the shelf, because at the time, the job I was working at, the vending machines are too expensive. I'm like, it's easier to just buy snacks here from Dollar Tree. And this was probably when they were just $1, not $1.25. And then just take them to work. So I probably got 1 or 2 of those boxes and had put them on a register. Not my register, but just a register that wasn't being used. Because on my break, I was going to ask the manager to ring me up for those chips. So next thing you know, somebody, like a customer, saw the box sitting there and thought, I'm getting these. And I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't say anything to her because I really wanted those, but I was like, she can go ahead and buy them. And she was like, and then somebody said, are those good? And then she was like, I don't know, but I saw somebody, she said, her sister or her friend or something, had them in her house and had them in a cabinet and told nobody to eat them. So she said they must be good. So she was getting a lot of them. It's like, can you just at least get 1 bag and taste and see if you like them first? What if your sister doesn't have the same taste as you? Well, at least if she didn't like them, hopefully she would give the rest to her sister. But when she said that, I tried my best not to laugh because I was like, seriously, that is funny. And I literally liked them because I was about to get...
Obligatory associate.
Thank you so much, Princess Lydia, for following the channel. I appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I was like, fine, go ahead and get them. Hopefully she likes them or something. I just hope she doesn't throw them in the trash because I was going to eat them. Okay, let's see. Yes, we are strange little social creatures. We need to mimic behavior of the group to learn from each other and discover new resources. Yes, like Dijon mustard chips. They didn't imitate it until they were taking it from them. Exactly. I mean, yes, everyone wants the king stuff, says Samar. And Una says, unless he offers. I guess even though he was the king, you know, they probably also may have thought that, like, he was trying to get the people to eat something that, yeah, exactly. As Samara is saying, he might not want it. So if he's trying to get the people to eat something, the people might just think, you just discovered this new cheap thing to feed us. And you're probably up in the castle eating such delicious, delectable feasts. And you're forcing the peasants to be eating those gross potatoes? Like, no thanks. You're treating us like the animals. We feed these to the pigs. Why are you giving us these? So he had to make it like, well, instead of making it look like I'm just trying to get you to eat it, I am guarding them because they're so valuable. Like, fine, I was trying to share with you guys, but now that you guys don't want it, fine, I'm keeping them all to myself because they're so good. And then that made them think, oh, he's not just trying to pass them off on us. Which is funny. But it is warranted. It is warranted that they act like that, especially like in governments and stuff. Sometimes they would think like the king could just make any decree he wants, and he's probably just trying to save money. He's probably just trying to do what's best for him. He doesn't necessarily keep the people's well-being in mind. So that's understandable, but it's still funny that they had to steal it from him for that to work. Big PR issue for potatoes and tomatoes was that they were nightshades. Exactly. And nightshades also. And they are still nightshades. And things like eggplant are nightshades. And if you eat too much, too many of them, too much, you could actually still get poisoning from the nightshade, which is not good. But even in the past, also, they probably didn't realize like what they needed to do. Like, some of these plants need to be cooked down. If you eat them raw, it's highly concentrated, and stuff like that. Exactly. Look at those leaves going. This plant wants me dead. Exactly. So that's another thing. People have since figured out with science that potatoes are not as dangerous, especially if they are prepared properly. But Dream says, that's why I don't like tomatoes. Yeah, potatoes can technically be dangerous. They can. Yeah, so that's a whole other thing. They could have been like, the king is trying to poison us. Yeah, some people are actually allergic to tomatoes, I've heard. So if you just don't like them, that's a thing too. Some people don't like the texture of them. Some people don't like how they taste. They are also very acidic. And a lot of times when plants are acidic and stuff like that, it's really a warning to not eat. So it's understandable that some people have higher tolerance to it and some people are more sensitive to that. Yes, SMR says the tomatoes are acidic and leach lead out of old-style pewter. Yes. Yes, that's what I was saying. Tomatoes are acidic, and a lot of times acid is not inviting you to eat it. Just like why can't I not? Okay, just like pineapples. That's what I'm trying to say. You know that pineapples are actually the acid in pineapples is kind of just like your stomach juices that are able to dissolve and eat things. So that's why a lot of people, when they're eating pineapple, their tongue feels like it's buzzing, and they are like, ugh. Like, some people just can't get that. That's because their mouth is getting dissolved by the pineapple. Because the pineapples, yes, an enzyme that breaks down protein. Yeah, so pineapples are really, honestly, at first, if you just look at them, they're spiky. They're literally saying, don't touch me. Don't touch me. And people say, ooh, I'm gonna eat you anyway. And then the pineapple's like, well, okay, if you're gonna go past all my spiky spikes, then you're at least going to get acid. And people are like, we're gonna eat it anyway. Yes, Una says there's so many examples of that. Exactly, just like peppers. We were talking about this the other day. Peppers are literally spicy so that you can not eat it. They're trying to protect themselves, and then humans are trying to breed spicier peppers because they like it to be spicy. Yes. Samara just brought up peppers. Yes. Same brain, exactly. They tried very hard to make sure only birds ate them. And then humans on purpose breed them to be spicier and spicier. It's like, do you understand that the spice is trying to make you deterred? from eating. Exactly. And the humans spread their seeds everywhere. Exactly. Humans are programmed to hurt ourselves. Sadly, sometimes. The preppers are like, profit! Okay, well, somebody is probably in an ad. I don't know. If you are, sorry. If you're not, great. So the, looks like Una did a lot of words that last sprint. That was great. Congrats on the words. I unfortunately did not do sprints correctly. But we can try another sprint. Have you met a toddler? Oh no. If it works, it works. Pepper's decided. Yeah. Let's do another poll. Speaking of poison and stuff, we are still on a berry hunt. And we have blueberries, I think. Raspberries. Strawberries. And familiar berries. I think that was what we had left, because we already got the shiny berries. Colonel's here. Oh no, I didn't realize Wordy Girl was streaming. That's okay. Welcome to the stream, Colonel. Thank you so much for joining us. We are just chatting about how humans like to eat toxic and poisonous food. Peppers are like, we support our new weird overlords. You need to food and feed and switch tabs. Feel free, Samara. Have a blessed one and much success with the food. And if you return, great. But if not, no worries. I hope you're not eating poisonous foods. Una says, speaking of poison, we are on a berry hunt. Our camp counselor. Oh no, that was not a good transition, but I guess it was. Eating nettles, fugu, crickets, tarantulas, and snake. That's what you're eating, Colonel? Oh no, I am glad I did not accept your invitation to come over for dinner. Let's see. We were going to spin on the random wheel to see how many minutes we'll be sprinting for next. Hide that choice. Try again. Ah, yes, people have told me this. 14 minutes on the sprinting clock. Yes, I'm so sorry, Dream. If you would like to tell me what you want to vote for, feel free to tell me in the chat and I will put it in for you. Because everybody's been telling me that mobile, the poll doesn't work, and I don't know why. That's Twitch's fault. Crystart is back! Hello, welcome back. How did you horse ride that fast? Yes, the fugu is the Japanese prepared pufferfish. I've heard of this before. There is a pufferfish that is so poisonous that you have to prepare it a certain way so that it's not poisonous. And if it's not prepared in the proper way, then you could literally die. And people are like, why on earth would you even? Why would you, eat it in the first place? Like, why would you even want to eat it with the risk knowing that if you don't prepare it right, it's poisonous? That's just like, who would do that? But once again, we were talking about humans are weird. Humans ignore all warnings, and it's so like, it's such an experience. It's so fancy. I'm eating this poisonous pufferfish that's prepared exactly in a way where it's not poisonous. It's like, what? Why are you doing that? Oh my goodness. Una says, I wonder how many restaurants advertise it as worth dying for or a meal to die for. Oh no, I'm sure they do. And I would say that's bad advertising, but some people like that. Oh no, Christ Rider says it got canceled due to weather. Rain and thunderstorms heading our way. Normal day. It's okay. Normal day in Dallas. Yes, understandable. Sorry that it got canceled, but I'm glad that you and the horses get to stay inside and stay safe and stay warm and stay dry, because riding in the rain is not cool sometimes. Sometimes it's okay, it depends. But yeah, the ground and I don't want you to be getting sick. I personally, well, in Texas it's probably not too cold, but I don't like to be outside when it's cold and wet and raining, because I feel like it's like time for me to get sick weather. 5 stream streak. Congratulations to Colonel for the 5 stream streak. We only have about 30 seconds left on the poll. Which berries do you want? It looks like raspberries are in the lead. If you cannot vote, let me know what you want to vote for in the chat and I will count it towards the vote. Nearly all types of pufferfish contain tetrodotoxin and blue-ringed octopus. Yes. Yep, you voted raspberries. I saw you, Dream. I put it in for you. That's why. Uh-oh. Somebody else is voting for something. Somebody's voting for strawberries. Oh no. Strawberries took a sudden lead. I wonder who that was. It was Christ Rider, of course. Samar says, now I can lurk properly. Nice. I can't do that exercise where you fall hoping that a partner will catch you. Imagine trusting a chef to prepare that. Exactly. I would not. And it's not even that I think that anybody would do it on purpose. I would just think that, you know, what if it's not? Like, what if it's a mistake? And if I was supposed to be preparing it, I would feel bad if I did it wrong. And then the person who ate it died. I'd be like, what? I would not like that. Just leave that fish alone. Let that fish swim free and in the wild. I do not want to eat that. They don't pass the training unless they eat their own. Oh no! That's even worse. How many students have died trying to prepare it? I mean, who tested it? I mean, somebody had to test it and figure out that that was not prepared correctly. That's not good. This sounds like another world building thing. And it's a real life thing, sadly. Alright, so if you guys would like to join the Discord, also Christ Rider's lurking. Thank you for the lurk, Christ Rider. I'm gonna try to actually join the sprint this time and hopefully actually do words this time. We're gonna okay, we're gonna sprint for 14 minutes. 14 minutes. There we go. They don't take the test until they're that confident. Yeah, of course. But what if they're confident and they're still wrong? Una says it's well known that it's particularly difficult and people make mistakes. Exactly. I don't feel like I would want to. I mean, just leave that fish alone. That's all I can say. If you'd like to join the sprint, it should start in about 30 seconds in the Discord server. If you do not want to join, it's fine. You can stay right there in the Twitch chat, and the clock right here will start once it starts in the server. I'm gonna join with the same words, in the same words with 0. The teacher stops them, or they fail. Oh no. The sprint begins, 14 minutes. Let's see what we can do in 14 minutes. Hopefully I can actually do... Oh, wait. I forgot to actually tell what happened when we see the raspberries. Alright, I'm gonna try to read it really, really fast. No, it was strawberries. Strawberries won quickly after a second because of Christ Rider. Strawberries, strawberries, strawberries. Okay, here's what happens with the strawberries. Strawberries. You heard something about how many botanists argue that strawberries aren't actually berries at all, but you don't care. These are large, ripe, and delicious. You grab as many as you can, but then you notice a little bunny in the patch with you, sitting there, observing you nonchalantly as it snacks on one of the red fruits. It is not intimidated by you in the least. You try to stay still, but you realize that nothing has scared it away yet, and you have a feeling it will leave when it wants to leave. Taking another bite and staring you down, you decide to get up first. You feel the rabbit's eyes boring into your back as you retreat. So what does that encounter say to you? Judgy bunny, says Dream Photographer. Let's see. We have the words argue. We have nonchalantly. We have intimidated. And then we have retreat, but I'm going to do that one next. Alright, there is the prompt in the chat for you to read and reference. We're already in the middle of the sprint and there's only 11 minutes and 43 seconds left. Sorry for doing that before I was able to read the actual prompt, but we still have some time. Whether you want those words or you want to see what the Judgy Bunny encounter even consists of, whatever helps you write, feel free to take that as you will. Okay. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do here. Samar says, my cat is meowing. Meows back at cat.
Buckle up and get ready for a bit of fun.
Oh my goodness. Thank you to Dream Cartographer for surprising me with that one. That sounded so different via browser than app. What? I didn't know that there would be a difference between that. Do you have headphones on? Because if not, that still, if it's coming out of the same speaker, that shouldn't change anything, but I don't know. Yes, perfect jump scare. That was weird. I don't know. Sometimes apps are different. That's another thing. Because also, Colonel will know if Colonel's still here. When I have Discord going on my computer, when I'm trying to play the D&D game, I can't hear anything else. Like, I will bring up my D&D character sheet on D&D and Beyond and click to roll the die, and you know how it makes the die noise and it rolls? It will literally, like, it won't work because I'm listening to voices through Discord chat. But when I open it through the Discord app allows me to hear that and hear other sounds. Like if I'm trying to play music or play video or something and I'm doing Discord through the browser, it's not gonna work if I'm in a voice chat for some reason. And I don't know if that's just because I'm using Chrome, because of my computer, or I don't know. But the Discord app actually allows me to hear sounds through all the stuff. So maybe that's the same thing with Twitch. If you had Twitch on, not in the Twitch app, I don't know. You might have, I don't know. That's weird. I never had that problem with Twitch, but I don't usually listen to Twitch without headphones, so I don't know if that changes anything. Might be because you have multiple app sounds going right now. Ah, yes, you have something going in the background. Yep, that might be it. Like when I said I was trying to like listen to music or something while playing the D&D game, I couldn't. Anything that makes sound could not sound good. Unless I'm going through the Discord app. I guess it's too much on the browser, I don't know. Okay. Casey is here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How are you? Thank you for joining. Good, how are you? Oh, I'm okay. We're just doing a sprint. There's only 2 minutes left in the sprint right now. Unfortunately, I thought I was going to do more words, but I didn't do too many more.
Obligatory associate.
Thank you to AJ for redeeming. Someone say something. And welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Samara says, I am paying 70% attention to you and 5% attention to another thing someone told me to watch, and 25% I am spacing out because I need sleep. I think you should get some sleep. Because when you're trying to do too many things, multitask, you won't be retaining the information anyway. So I think once you've gotten your food, fed the little kitties, hopefully please get some more rest. 1:19 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I should get some rest too, but you know, last night I was supposed to stream at 10 p.m. Eastern time. It was like 11 when I finally was even able to get home. And I said, you know what, I can't even do it. So I just said, you know what, guys, sorry. I already told you guys that I was probably not going to be able to make it. Unfortunately, I had planned the streaming schedule before I remembered that I had the thing. So, thank you guys for being patient with me. Ko-Fi bot is in the chat to let you know that you can donate to my Ko-Fi page while I'm streaming and fun things can happen. And you can spin the donation wheel. Speaking of that, I asked Samar what kind of custom message you want me to get said for you, because you did do that before. So please do message me what custom message you want, and I believe Dream had one as well. If Dream is still here, and if Samar is still here, please do message me in Discord or wherever and let me know what you want your custom message to say or what topic you want it to be about, so I can get that done for you. Friend got me into mechanical keyboards. A 5% thing might be at some point today. I have a giveaway for related things she made, so just have it in the background in case it happened, so I can enter and support her and have a chance at it. I am not brain right now. It's okay. Take your time, because I actually took too long to even follow up with you guys on it. I meant to message you guys in Discord or something. I will try to remind you when you are brain. Time's up on this rant. How did you guys do? I unfortunately did not do too much. I only got 92 words done. Well, that's better than nothing. Oh, he thought it would be a surprise. Yes. So it's supposed to be it can be a surprise if you want me to, but I was reading it today because I was in the Ko-Fi Discord, and they were like, could you give some advice on how you advertise Ko-Fi when you're streaming? And I'm like, well, yeah, I have a donation wheel also where, for one, fun things happen when you donate, because the handsome co-host pops up and someone starts laughing and it creates a clip of it and all that stuff too, which is great. But I said also I have a donation wheel where when that happens, if they are live in the Twitch chat when that happens, I will spin the donation wheel. So they were like, well, what kind of stuff do you have on your wheel? So when I copied and pasted it, then I saw it said someone custom message or something. I'm like, wait, custom message. Okay. And I think I saw that before too, and I was like, I'm going to reach out to them and ask them, because I don't know if they're waiting for me or if I'm waiting for them. So I'm just going to reach out and just see if you guys would like to have the message more customized, or if you want it to just be a complete surprise, because it can be a complete surprise. And yeah, that's something too. But if you do want it to just be a subject matter or mention a certain thing, then that can happen too. If you want it to be your name is said, or a special username is said, or not to say your name at all. If you want it to be something dealing with in the world, or something dealing with you, or something about tea, I don't know. Just let me know a vague concept, and then I will probably I might just give it to John and see what he does, or I might tell him what to say. I don't know. It depends on what you choose. So yeah. But yeah, it can be totally random if you want that. That's fine too. I just want it to be something that you will enjoy. Alrighty. We all did just a few words, and that's fine. I'm surprised to see that 92 words was the most in that sprint. But I understand that sprints aren't all about words. Well, even if sprints are, progress is progress. Una says, I was expecting a negative number there. Yes, me too, actually. So that's understandable. That's great that you got not a negative number. Alrighty. So, should we do one more maybe? And we're gonna see which berries next. And we have blueberries still, I think. Raspberries. They almost won last time. Then we have the familiar berries. So go ahead and vote in that poll, but if you don't or cannot vote, it's okay. Just let me know in the chat what you want me to pick, and I will pick it for you. In the meantime, before we forget, we're gonna spin the sprint meter right now to see how long we will be sprinting for today. I mean, this time. 21 minutes. That's a bit better than last time. So hopefully I can actually do something this time that is substantial and get some more words down. That was 21 minutes. I'll pick the familiar berries this time, says Dream Cartographer. Alrighty. I have voted for you. And if you are in an ad, please remember to exclamation point S to let me know you're in an ad. But if you're already in an ad, you can't do it because you didn't hear what I said. We can take this time to stretch a bit. I need to check something. Okay. Colonel says, no poisonous berries to eat? Spider berries. Now there's a thought. Uh-oh. You'd think that they're the most delicious berries you've ever seen, but when you reach to grab one, you pull it towards you and you see that it has 8 little legs kicking around, and you say, "Oh no!" Dream says, "What is it with you and spiders?" Colonel runs a horror D&D campaign, so he's always trying to think of something that he can make weird or creepy for the party to encounter. And since since that spiders is a I guess usual phobia, then that's probably why Colonel sticks to it. I don't know if Colonel has another reason for, as he says, gotta love the spiders. Might move on to scorpions or snakes next, says Colonel. Uh-oh, I have not seen that. Raspberries has won because Colonel has contributed more points to vote for it. Samar says, I have much info on both. Both what? Spiders? Sorry. I'm gonna show you guys what raspberries are. Okay. Yes. Clicky clicky. It's an official Spider-Verse short available for free on YouTube. Oh, okay, interesting. Colonel has not seen it. Samara says, I fed cat, have food, am about to take meds. Nice. There is no scorpions, as far as I know, or reptiles, including snakes indigenous to where I live. That's the reason why Colonel doesn't mind talking about all these things, because Colonel doesn't have to worry about them for real. Tamar says there are tons here. I will introduce you to them. Okay. Alright, so what will happen with the raspberries? We will show you. Okay. The raspberries is a very short message, and we'll see if it allows me to pin it. They're fuzzy and tart, but oh so good. The insects think so too, though. They won't stop swarming around you. You shoo them away, but they are a bit annoying. You quickly grab as many raspberries as you can before leaving the area. So that was a very short one. Wait. I need to see the words again. How does one quickly grab raspberries? Exactly. You grab them as quickly as possible, but it's not that quick. You have to decide how many you leave there because you want to get away from the bugs, and how long you're willing to endure these bugs. Alrighty, so with that sorted and in the chat, we will start the sprint for 21 minutes. It will begin in about 60 seconds. If you would like to join the Discord, you can. If not, no worries. The clock will be right here on the Twitch side for you. I spelled it wrong. There we go. I'm gonna join with same as well. The sprint begins! Start running! 21 minutes on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Alrighty. Let's get into it. Una says, how do you call something like a belt that is in a roll? I guess a rolled up belt. I mean, it could be a coil, a roll, a... You don't know the word. Okay. I mean, something... Okay, what is it really? Is it really a belt? Anything that is rolled up? Is there a Spanish word for it? Yes, that's a good question. I can only think of like a bundle, a roll, a coil. I mean, but yes, okay, so that basically means that it's rolled up. I don't think we have a word that just means that. It is the shape of the belt and it's rolled up. Yep, is it coiled or is the belt rolled up even when worn? If rolled up to store it, we just say rolled up belt. Exactly. Alright, let's see the context, Una. If tubular, then I have to look that up. Like, is the belt like a belt with a... Is a flat belt with a buckle and holes in it? Or is it like a tie-around belt? Alien paramedic carries a material to make tourniquets. Huh. Yeah, we would like a spool of gauze or something. We call it a roll or a spool, or a spool is usually like thread, where it's wrapped around like all around. But a roll is usually that it's in one straight line, overlapping itself, overlapping itself, overlapping itself. But a spool can just be like, you know what I mean. Like the string is not just directly overlapping itself, but it's rolled up around a tube in that shape. Yep, we call that a roll. Unless it has a thing in the middle, then it's a spool. Well, I still would call it a roll if there's a thing in the middle, if it's not what I explain. So I know I'm saying it a little weird, but yeah, you can have a spool of ribbon, you can, but you can still have a roll of ribbon. Kind of like a roll of tape. You don't call it a spool of tape because the tape isn't just haphazardly all around. It's tape neatly overlined over the other tape, over the other tape, over the other tape. So it's in a straight roll. I feel like a roll is when it's straight like that. And a spool is when it could be around. But that's not always true. I know what you mean by there could be a spool of ribbon where the ribbon is overlapping over itself, but there's still those two circles on the ends and there's a roll in the middle. But I wouldn't call it a spool of paper towel or a spool of toilet paper. I feel like a roll is when it's like that. A paper towel, toilet paper, tape. It's exactly over itself, over itself. A spool is more like when it can be a little bit more, it's not necessarily over itself. I can't, I can't explain what I'm saying. Like this. A spool is like this, when it can be like that. A roll is where it has to be over itself, and that usually makes it where it's flattened out like this. If it's something thick. Think because the material, so it could be a roll of leather. Yes, it could be a roll of leather, but it could also be a spool of leather okay, I would just need to show you a spool in order to properly say this. Do I even have a spool that I can show? I have like it's more like paper. Yeah, I would consider paper a roll. A roll of leather would be a bigger piece. It's more like cloth. A spool of leather is like cord. Yes, that's what I was saying. Because a spool of leather, it would be just like strips of leather like this. And a roll of leather would be like paper towel or toilet paper or tape, where it's a flat, long piece that is usually of an even width and a length that wraps over itself. That's a roll. A spool is more of little strips that can't exactly wrap over themselves, so you just wrap them all around a long little tube, and that creates the spool. That's what I think. That's what I usually call a spool. Like thread or yarn or even rope. Like if you have rope on a big ship, then a lot of times it's in a big spool because the rope is like all around the big tube, and it's not just like rope wrapping over itself and becoming a big long disc of flat rope. Yeah, I would just call it a roll. Inna says, I'm picturing something that's a really long belt, but it would wrap over itself. Exactly. So it's just like if there's a long tape, a long roll of tape. That's such a long roll of tape. We still call it a roll of tape, not a spool of tape, because it's wrapping over itself. That's what I think. Yes, a roll of toilet paper. Yep, that's what I was saying. Toilet paper just wraps over itself. It's not like little rolls of toilet paper like all around a big thing. It's like neatly wrapped over itself. So that's still called a roll. Yeah. I would just call it a roll. $6:55 on the clock for all these renters still out there. No problem. 2 words for the price of 1, yep. Time's up. Okay. Time's up. Sorry. I was once again distracted answering messages and not necessarily
What took you so long?
Welcome to the stream. JC Boom has rated me. Hello. Welcome everybody. How are you all? Let's see how many words I managed. 191. Alright, I did 99 new words. What is fish shall never fry? Welcome. Pretty good. We have been chatting, getting distracted, and trying to sprint. How are you all? And how was your stream? Dream has redeemed a snackaroo. Alrighty, snackaroo. I have changed it to be snackaroo, which could be any snack. Short stream this morning as I have to go pick up Little Boom. Got a few things done. Well, thank you so much for rating. I know you probably have to run, but God bless, much success with whatever you're working on. And with the Little Boom, picking up Little Boom. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way, and I'm glad you got a few things done. Time to feed the wordy for doing such a good job. Buddy. Okay, so snackaroo can be a pretzel. I do have pretzels here. Thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate you. Pretzel. Thank you to Dream Cartographer for redeeming that. Nom nom nom. Great job with the words, everyone. Alright, so let's do, I guess there's only 2 more things to do. 2 more berries to pick. Blueberries or familiar berries. All right. Okay. So So, while we were waiting for that, Una has redeemed tea time. So, we have to do some tea time. Unfortunately, we're not in the Mad Hatter's garden. So, we have to have regular tea in regular mugs. There we go. Okay. Just got a cold kitty nose on the back of your neck. Oh my goodness. Which mug should I get? You know what I should do? I should actually probably go and get you guys a special surprise mug to drink my tea out of today. And, if you guys would like to wait a moment. Can't just get the upper half of the cup? What do you mean? Of the Mad Hatter's garden? If you want me to drink out of that teacup, if that's the mug you choose, I can drink out of the teacup. But if you want me to drink out of another mug, let me know. And I was going to go get a surprise mug that I never drank out of on stream before. So that's up to you. In the meantime, while you're choosing that, which berries do you want to go for? The blueberries or the familiar berries? Vote in the poll, and if you cannot vote in the poll, please let me know what you want to pick in the chat. Dream is picking familiar berries again. Una says, I was about to say either it's fine, but surprise mug, you said. Eyes emojis. Okay. It's not even doing anything. Okay. Well, I will get the surprise mug, okay? And that means I will have to be right back. Hopefully I can be back before the poll ends. Like, surprising, this is new or one of the secret message ones? It is a new one. Unfortunately, it's not a secret message one, but I'm supposed to be trying to get another secret message one because the one I got wasn't the best. But it's a new one and it's not secret message one. And I'm going to put you guys on the wait screen for a quick second, and I should be right back with the mug, alright? Thank you for your patience. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Sorry, I am back. My camera needs something's wrong with my camera. It needs to be adjusted. I need something propping it up. I don't like that. Okay. I'll figure something out. Anyways, we're back, I guess. Let's catch up on the chat. Oh no, what what won the poll? Let me see. I don't know if I can see it. Which berries now poll ended? And it doesn't tell me what won. I'm gonna have to trust you guys to tell me who won because I don't see the winner. Have a blessed one, Colonel, if you're leaving to eat curry. Really? Those are some interesting thoughts. Okay. You didn't see who won either? Drat. Well, that's that, I guess. But we won't worry about that for now. For now, for one, I wanted to get the mug, which Dream already knows about this mug because Dream has one. It's the Will-O-Wisp merch mug. There we go. A Dream got one, and yes, like yours, mine came in the mail and it seemed a little dusty. I don't know if this is something dealing with how they put the print on there or what. But it was really dusty looking. But I don't think it was really dust. I think it was something else. But once I washed it off, it was fine. Then also I went to try to find these teas because like I said, I have a better tea in my kitchen. I just didn't have it up here. So we have these Needs a Moment teas, and they are quite fruity. So since it is spring, there is Everything is Peachy. There is Finding My Passion. There is Treat Me Gingerly, and there is A Tropical Vacation. So this is Needs a Moment teas. Which one do you want? Treat Me Gingerly sounds like ginger tea. Lemon ginger. It says lemon ginger green tea. Everything is Peachy is peach mango green tea. Pineapple twist green tea is the Tropical Vacation, and then there is passion fruit green tea, which is Finding My Passion. It is the boxes they store them in the warehouse, usually cardboard like cats. Yes. It starts shedding, I know, but this is the thing. I'm just thinking that if they were stored in the warehouse, that's understandable. I could understand that, but would they put this print on a dusty mug, or wouldn't they clean the mug off so they can put the print on it? That's all I'm saying. And it wouldn't just be a Will-O-Wisp mug sitting in the warehouse getting dusty, because a Will-O-Wisp mug doesn't exist until somebody buys it and they customize it. So that's the only thing, that the reason why I'm confused. It makes sense if it's because of the cardboard and it's sitting in the warehouse. I thought about that already, but the problem here is the mug doesn't exist until you buy it. So I don't know how long it would be sitting somewhere getting dusty They clean it, but the cardboard dust follows the people in the warehouse. Una, this is what I think. I think it's the process they do after the printing. That's what I think. But it might be the cardboard, but I honestly think that I said it earlier. It must be something of printing it on here. Because I feel like I got mugs in the mail before and they were not dusty. I never got mugs from this store before, I don't think. And this particular online shop might just not care to wipe it off after they're done with whatever they do to print it. That's all I can think. Because if it's cardboard, I just don't think that makes sense because the mug needs to be cleaned before they can print it. That's all I'm saying. Come on and stay, please. My camera has become loose. I need something to prop it up. This is so annoying. Okay. I'm just gonna have to deal with it like that. Unless I take a little card. I don't want to bend the card. Oh no! Okay. Okay. I think that's better, I think. It still looks like I'm in a crooked place because the camera is tilting one side. That's not how it's supposed to be. Okay, Jamie I'm sorry. The blue against the black and the blue against the gray is making it hard to read. Jamie Ramoser? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Let me start the music again. Favorite Bible verse? Well, I have quite a few. I said it right? Yay! Great. Una has chosen ginger tea. So I'm gonna put the ginger tea. Think this is done? Yep, it's done. It's hot. Okay. Roll 1d2. Okay. So, co-host won't roll here. I hope that co-host can roll here. I will try to see if he can roll here. He can roll in the Discord. I don't know if he rolls in the Twitch chat. I don't think I've ever had him set up to do that here. But we'll see if that can happen. My favorite Bible verse.
Obligatory associate.
And thank you so much, Jamie, for following. Who would have thought, right? Exactly. I know you love ginger. Okay. So, we're gonna put this in the tea. We're gonna put this in the mug to make the tea. My favorite Bible verse, I have different favorite ones for different things. Thank you for shining your light and planting seeds of faith. Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Much love and God bless you. Oh, we could have used him to solve the conundrum of the poll. So I can do that. In Discord, we can do it. We can roll, co-host will roll. I'll get co-host to roll in one moment. And then we'll choose either blueberries or familiar berries, I think it was. All right. So, yes, my favorite Bible verse. I guess I like John 3:16, of course. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. I also do like Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Those are two of my favorites, but I also like so many others. I have different favorites for different things and different reasons. So I don't just have an outright favorite of all. But what is your favorite, Jamie? Samara's favorite is Joshua 1:9. And I believe I know what that is. Gonna look it up just to make sure. I should have the Bible bot in the chat where you can look things up. Yes. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and have good courage. The King James said, I usually use the King James, but I know some other translations are more understandable. But have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God is with thee, or whithersoever thou goest. There is a song about that scripture that I like, and I'm trying not to sing the lyrics to that song because it's not exactly lining up with what I was reading, but it's the gist of it. It's probably another translation. Erasmus bot for Discord. No, I actually do have a Bible bot in my Christian Discord server. I thought about bringing it to the creative server. Send me the song. Oh yeah, it's funny. It's from a Christian child show called Paws and Tails. And it was like on a musical episode where they had stage fright and stuff like that. Jamie's favorite is Proverbs 28:1, which is the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion. Nice. That was the first verse you remember memorizing? Because lions? Yes. I like lions too. Erasmus lets you specify the version to quote. Yes, this does too. I actually have this in my Christian Discord server. And it is called Bible Bot. It gives automatic daily verses. And it also allows you to look up verses and look up the versions of the verses. Unfortunately, my Christian server isn't as popular as my creative server, but it's still there, and the Bible bot posts scriptures every day. AJ says, my favorite is, I hath not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. That is a good one as well. I like that. Alright, let me add some honey to this tea, which is ginger. That should be enough honey. Okay, thank you again to Anna for redeeming the tea time. Joshua 1:9 was in Spanish on the back of my missions t-shirt for when we went to Mexico. Nice. I made a Cinco de Mayo t-shirt that basically was Cinco de Mateo or Matthew, and it basically was covering the Beatitudes from Matthew 5. And I wore that a couple of Cinco de Mayos on to the Dollar Tree where I work, because I had it in the colors of the fiesta and the Mexican flag and stuff like that, because they allow us to dress up for holidays. So what was I trying to do? Oh yes, going to the server and asking Handsome Co-host to roll a D2. Okay, Handsome Co-host, roll. I think it's this, roll D2. You can't roll a D2. Of course you can't. It's fine. Let's just roll a D4 then, Handsome Co-host, and then we'll say that odd is blueberries. No, wait. Well, blueberries is 1, and strangely familiar berries is number 5, but it would really be number 2 in this choice. So we can roll a d4. Oh, roll a d6, evens and odds. Okay. I thought about d4, but d6 is fine. So would we want blueberries to be odd and strangely familiar berries to be even? No thanks, Colonel. I would not rather roll a cigarette. For God is not giving you spirit of fear, power and love, and a sound mind. Yes, that is... I need to do better at actually memorizing where the scripture is, because I'm like that too. I can tell you a scripture, and then I am having a hard time figuring out where it is, but I think I know where it is. Ha! Samar says the cigarette can roll off the table into the trash. Sounds like a good idea to me. Okay, we will say that the, we can roll a d4. You have it on a keychain? Nice. Oh yes, it's 2 Timothy 1:7. 2 Timothy 1:7. God hath not given us a spirit of fear. I like that one too. Cats are giving me advice. Okay, nice. I think. Hopefully it's good advice. We're gonna roll a d4. And odds will be blueberries because it's first. Evens will be mysterious berries because it is 2nd in the poll. We roll the 1. It's a blueberries. Thank you, handsome ghost. Now, here's what happens with the blueberries. It's a very short one. And my camera keeps shifting around. Okay. Okay. Handsome co-host likes blue. He does. Blueberries are juicy and sweet. You pick as many as you can, filling up any container you can get your hands on. You sneak 1 or 2 as you do this. No, well, let's be honest. You eat about 17. But you still have a lot left over for later. Alright, and the last one we do will have to be the strangely familiar berries. Alrighty, so we are going to sprint. I think did we already roll what we're gonna sprint? How long we're gonna sprint for? 21 minutes, I think, was it? Or was that last sprint? Yeah, that was last sprint. Let's spin again. "25 minutes to sprint." Okay. Joe is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream, Source. And if you would like to join the Discord, feel free. If not, no worries. But if so, you can keep track of your words in the Mountaintop Bonfire channel. Okay. And while we're waiting for that sprint to start, we're gonna spin the random wheel really quickly. For Joe. Wordy, tell a funny story. Okay, well, I will tell a funny story. It's almost time for this clock to start. I'm going to join with same words as well. Mountain Puff Bonfire. It's fun being too tired to focus. Oh no. I really think you should get some rest, Samar. Alrighty, the sprint begins 25 minutes. You're resting, that's good. So don't try to focus too hard. Just rest a bit and lurk as I am, I'm gonna be writing, drinking tea, and telling a funny story. I feel like there was a funny story I was going to tell, but then I didn't tell it for whatever reason. No, I did tell it. I think I told a funny story earlier, but we're gonna tell another funny story. Okay, so... A funny story. I need a prompt for this funny story so I can remember a time. What time should I talk about? Because I don't even know. Okay, let's see. A funny story was when I'm trying to remember one that Josiah Source doesn't know, which is very challenging because Josiah Source is my brother. 23:19 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I'm also trying to think of one that I didn't already tell on the stream before. Okay, well, if I tell about a thing that happened recently, then I didn't really tell anybody that yet. Okay, so I guess this isn't I don't think that exists, says Joe. Well, it might just exist. Now, this is something that happened relatively recently, and unless you would listen to the latest episode of my podcast or read my blog post, you might not know this one. As many people know, the eclipse happened a couple of days ago, and I did not have the glasses, unfortunately, so you're not supposed to look at the sun, of course. What I decided to do was go outside and just wait and try to point my camera up at the sky, and Samara says, "Oh no!" So don't worry, it's fine. Yes, do not look directly at the sun, especially for prolonged periods of time. But this is the thing. It says don't let camera look at sun, and we were on stream, and I did tell, Daz was here, I think, and said that, yeah, it's not good to do that because it could burn out the sensor. As I said, I'm not always following instructions, which is not advised, because, especially if you have a very expensive camera, you do not want to burn out the sensor of that expensive camera. But I did take a chance anyway, and I tried to point out the sun. Now, I have a digital camera. I can actually show you guys. This Nikon, I tried with this. I have a better one that's actually more expensive than this, and I did not do that one. But this has a little screen, and then I could point this up at the sky and still have the screen facing towards me. So I did that. Unfortunately, I was not able to get good pictures of any kind of eclipse. You wouldn't really know there was an eclipse happening. Because there was too much exposure and I did not have the proper filters on my camera. I tried also on my phone, and the same thing happened. But the funny thing was that the dog across the street started barking, and that's because it started to get very dark and it looked like it was about to be nighttime. And porch lights started coming on and everything like that. Oh no. I did not get a picture of Colonel streaking across the eclipse. Thankfully, I did not get that picture. But yeah, basically, that would have been a funny story, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, the dogs across the street started barking really loud. And Samar says, my cat was afraid of it, and we only got 75%. Yes, mine was not partial. I mean, mine was partial as well. There were some places in Michigan where you could see the total eclipse. I could not see total eclipse. I only saw partial, but it did get very dark. But it was a sunny day, and you could tell that it was not getting dark because of clouds. So it was really nice, but the annoying thing was that one, I didn't have glasses, so I couldn't really see it. Two, I didn't have proper equipment for the camera, so I couldn't really capture it. And my cameras, even though I was trying to take pictures like of around to at least capture that it got dark, my cameras picked up too much light anyway, so you couldn't even really tell it was dark. I did take a selfie in front of my porch light to show you that the light came on. That was the only evidence you have of it being dark. Colonel, I have a feeling that somebody probably did. I started thinking about that song as well. Colonel asks, I'm wondering if anyone was singing Total Eclipse of the Heart when it happened. Yeah, I was not personally, but I was thinking about the song because every time I saw something that said Total Eclipse, it automatically made me think of that song. So, 18 minutes left on the sprinting clock for all you sprinters out there. Hopefully that was a funny enough story, even though it's not the funniest story. It was a story, at least.
What took you so long?
Hello, welcome to the stream. More books! Hello, ECC and Saydream. How are you all, and how was the stream? Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you all. ECC books needing to steal Wordy Girl's books. Well, ECC books does want more books. Either ECC books wants more books, or ECC books is bringing more books. I don't know what that means, but more books. We're just chilling out here doing a sprint, supposed to be, but we are actually getting distracted and chatting a lot today. 16 minutes and 34 seconds are left on the clock. Okay. Sorry for that noise. I don't know why it keeps making weird noises. Dream has to go now. Have a blessed one, Dream Cartographer. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. I love you so much. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. God bless. And much success with whatever you're working on. "11 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock for all you sprinters out there." Kofi Streambot is in the chat to remind you that you can donate to my Kofi page, and if you do so while I'm streaming, fun things can happen. You can also spin the donation wheel and get a fun prize. $7:45 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Time's up. 422 words. And that is 231 new words, which is good. How did you guys do in that sprint? The tea is very mild. I should have put 2 tea bags. 20 new words. Nice, AJ. Great job. Even though that's not a lot, it's still progress. Progress is progress. Yep, I see in the chat. That can be annoying. Sometimes you don't know whether to keep saying he's, because there's too many he's in the scene, or if you want to start dropping their names, and then it'll just be like weird. I mean, it depends on how you do it, and that's so annoying when you are trying to figure out how to do it. But yeah, much success with that. I know that can be very frustrating. Alrighty, so I guess we do the final berries. And this is the strangely familiar berries. And these strangely familiar berries, I knew that they were not advised, but it was there, so we're going to be forced to do it. Alright, I'm gonna read it. Okay, this is the last berry encounter. Strangely familiar berries. These strange berries look somehow familiar. You reach out for them, but as your fingers touch them, you remember what that plant is. Poison ivy! Oh no, you're itching already. You step away and run far back as you... you step away and run far back as if you think it will jump up and attack you. Once you're at a safe distance, you dump out your backpack, looking for hydrocortisone. You find a tube that is nearly empty, but you slather on as much as you can. So, the berries, the familiar berries, weren't the best. And you guys did a good job in avoiding them. So, how long will we sprint this time? "24 minutes. Alrighty, this might be the last sprint of the day. At least for me, for now, for the stream. But we are going to start the sprint for 24 minutes. If you would like to join the Discord. Sorry for all caps. Feel free to click the link that's in the chat if you would like to join the Discord. If not, no worries, no worries. The clock is going to start in about 30 seconds. I'm going to be doing the same amount of words. Pumpkin was sitting outside the window curtain and peeking out wearily until the eclipse started to go away and the birds started singing again, and then she went back in the window to watch the sun come back. Yeah, I guess she was like, I don't want to look out there. That's weird. You forgot to hit send. It's fine. I know. Sometimes I'm like that. One time I literally did something and I thought I sent it to this person, and then I went to work, and after work I went back to it and saw I did not send it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Even Handsome helped to stay away from it, but we had to check every little plant. Haha, exactly. Handsome knew the blueberries were better than that. The sprint begins, guys. 24 minutes on the clock. Smar says she was like, the birds are acting weird. I don't trust it. Yeah, exactly. I saw a bird just like land on a roof and was looking at the sky like, wait, what? This is weird. Samar says, don't trust vaguely familiar plants. Alrighty. $23.19 on the clock for all these sprinters out there. 16:10 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. No, I think I should undo that. All right, tea is gone. The honey was just at the bottom. It did not get mixed in well, but that was good. 9 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock for all you sprinters out there. But for one on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Okay, time is up. How did you all do? I managed 8:45. And that was 423 new words. Alrighty. I'm getting a bit tired. I do have to catch up on some things. So, I think we're gonna see who we can raid. Samara zoned it out. Yes, that's understandable. I was a bit zoning out as well, honestly. I was writing, but I started feeling like I was, like, getting tired. Like, sometimes when I get tired and I'm writing, I'm, like, trying to figure out if I am actually awake typing or if I'm asleep typing. And then when I look at the screen, I read what I wrote and say, what was I typing? But Uncle Tobin waves and zoomies. Hi and bye. Back to work. Oh, have a blessed one, Uncle Tobin. Thank you so much for stopping by really quick. We were about to raid out anyway. Have a blessed one at work. God bless, much success. I appreciate you stopping in, and thank everybody for stopping in. I appreciate you all. I plan to go live again tomorrow evening at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, I think. I'm going to try my best. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. We are going to raid Christian Ninja. So, please do stick around and at least say hello, hello, hello in the chat, even if you have to go. God bless and much success with whatever you're working on. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way. I appreciate you. Hopefully, I will get my camera fixed by the next time I stream. So, love you guys so much. I appreciate you all. Bye. Don't eat familiar berries.